So we heard music from IQ with Make Me, and the latest from The Good People featuring Monopoly Family with A Summer Night at the Symphony. Kind of a remake of the classic symphony track from Marley Marl and the Juice Crew back in the day.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah. This is the Every Sweet KSYM 90.1 FM, D Major, Cheryl Metal, IQ, and Jboi in the studio.
So we still got the family mind, soul, music in the building too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He
Shout out
tucked off in the
family.
cut. That's family.
He didn't lean back. He did his little work. Just chill out in the
appreciate y'all.
corner.
It's good to watch y'all work.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
man. So, podcasting.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Talk to me.
Oh, you talk to me.
I mean,
New
you know,
Illuminati, now the Conduit podcast. How's everything going with
Well-
AP and Valencia?
Well, let's set it a little different way. It was the new Illuminati,
Yes.
which was just a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Jboi had worked at the radio station. That's where I ran across him back in the Gap.
Yep.
And my homeboy Polo had to be heard. Polo's just one of them souls that he's gonna be heard. So he was coming to me saying, "Yo, I think we should do a podcast. All the conversations we have in your living room would be beautiful to be on radio." Boom. Linked him up with Jboi. Everything took off. And
we had about like 42 crowns at fourth quarter.
Talked it
Jesus
over
Christ.
some crowns.
That night was very, very.
That's how the best things I think should happen.
Yeah.
Really, the first whole season was over crowns.
I mean, every single night, every single show we had Butler Crown. Yeah, those are some good times. But
yeah,
I mean,
and that just amped up. It just turned into something overnight. It seemed like to us.
Yeah.
We was kind of hard pressed to even think anybody was gonna listen to us. Like, who cared what we got to say, right? But we had both me and Jboi especially. We had this connection with so many people in the city that we felt like, man, it's a shame these people ain't being heard. It's a shame it's not an outlet where Worldwide could go sit down and speak on his experiences. Tony Stacks and Kyle Lee. Like that first season, we was really to the bricks. We was really like digging from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And inside that room was what we called the grown man section, which was, there's a lot of people involved. There's 2 or 3 people on the mic, but there's a lot of people involved. So 2 of those people is my homeboy Maserati Marcus, who's one of the best producers by my bar in the city.
Yes, sir.
And
I agree.
my homeboy Crunkstar, and they they spun off into their own podcast. So that's running right now. The Cheap Suits podcast.
They just released their 85th episode today.
Word.
Wow.
So that's kind of a spinoff. That's a family affair with us. We really protective of it, and we always run out when they call us. But they're on their own. They're running, and everything is beautiful with what they're doing right now.
Okay.
So right now, Jboi, like you said, AP and Valencia. Our new project is the Conduit podcast. We've been doing that for about 6-7 episodes now.
7 episodes.
Yeah. Some special episodes that we've done. And this is kind of like geared towards the more serious side of the culture out here. So we spend a lot of time talking about current events, opinion, radio. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun chemistry between the 3 of us because, like, it is kind of natural and organic. Like, of course, me and AP, we had our we've been cool for quite some time.
Right.
I've had conversations with Valencia dating back to when she was on 98.5. So I've had these relationships with these people. So just having them and actually bringing us together and actually putting it together and actually sitting down doing the show. Like we met up about 2-3 times before we started the show.
Yeah.
Just just to basically get the groundworks off and make sure everybody was on board. But I'm still really tied to the locals. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my passion. That's the reason why I'm putting those packages together. So I did we started where each of us are gonna start doing our own special edition shows. Mine's gonna be geared more towards the locals. You know what I'm saying? I did one with Yoda, KP, and City.
I saw you just did with Mel's Finest.
With Mel's Finest, Nat Boogie and them. I actually got a second part to that one coming out. It's gonna have Crunk and Mozzie, and then it's gonna have Mayzilla from U3 Radio.
Word.
I actually want to do a part 3. That was because after we got done, I was gonna invite because I want to get y'all. I want people basically, like I said, this is to basically bring up the movers and shakers. I want to use my platform to promote other platforms. That way, so y'all can promote, and it brings all the platforms together. That shows like, hey, this is the sources you artists have out here.
Yeah.
Y'all have urban suite radio, and y'all get BDS spins. Like y'all get like it's counted. Like this goes towards your royalties and stuff. So, like that's the reason why I'm doing these special edition type podcasts. I got one, like I said, as I was saying, I want to talk dude named BJ Goddamn out here. I want to break. Like I talked to him the other day.
DJ's dope. Young kid.
I mean, he's going everywhere. He's all the way out in LA all the time. This past weekend, he was in LA partying with Jordan Clarkson from the Lakers and stuff like that for his birthday. So I mean, BJ's a real humble dude. I work part time at a shoe store, and he's always in there. Like every Sunday I'm at work, he's there. And finally I went up to him this past Sunday and I was like, hey man, I respect what you're doing. I like what you're doing. I'd love to be able to sit down and talk with you. He's like, man, yeah, he's like, you with the new Illuminati podcast? I was like, yeah. I was like, that's what I used to do. I was like, but I got a new one now. He's like, and so we exchanged numbers, and he's like, I'm down to sit down with you. So,
see, Jboi says, tastemakers. I prefer to use the term creatives because what you and Cheryl have done for years. But what Nat Boogie is doing out here on her own, and what Mel's Finest has been doing for some years, the new kids are on fire right now. This is something that y'all know from 5-10 years ago didn't even exist in San Antonio.
Yeah, true that.
Now we got kids saying, "Look, I'm gonna be views from the town." Shout out Jay Ross. Yeah, I'm gonna do blogging, and I'm gonna start a website, and I'm gonna cover the culture, And from that sprung this festival culture now that San Antonio desperately needed. Just from a financial standpoint, Modern Woman changes everything for us out here. And the artist that has the chance to be on it, we can stand in line with some heavy hitters, some bigger cities, and that's the kind of growth that the storyline behind those growths is amazing to me, because it takes big nuts to get out here and be like, look,
I done rocked the music festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it just takes, like, even with a Mizell or with a U3 radio or what you guys do, it does, man. It's hard. It takes heart to take something from nothing and say, I'm gonna build something out of this. I'm gonna mold this into something. And when you start getting followers and when you start actually moving the needle out here, it's amazing to me.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things we like to talk about on air. We just chit chat about it, and it makes a dope podcast. So this Conduit podcast that we doing, I think it's going to be important.
And by the way, that's on YouTube. It's a YouTube only platform right now.
Yeah.
So it's all visual.
And shout out especially Valencia, because Valencia got the chops that she really didn't have to deal with us. She enjoyed what we was doing with the new Illuminati, surprisingly to me. But Valencia got catalog. Valencia got years and seniority put in. She could have just kicked her feet up and said,
I'm good.
I've done what I've done for radio out here, boom. But she's in there with us, and she's herself, and just Valencia